Okay, well, I guess we'll get started. First of all, I want to thank everybody for getting on. I appreciate your time today. We want to welcome you all to our first Advocacy Expert Advanced Training Program meeting. It's really a program that we're excited to bring to you and have your participation in, but also we want your feedback and your insights, as this is the inaugural program. So you guys, we're really looking for your involvement, your interactions, but also, we want your feedback, and hopefully everybody walks away with some new knowledge. Those of us that are building the program, and then those of you that have participated in the program. So first, I'd like to introduce our leaders of the program. I'm Lisa Chambers. I am the chairperson of the program. I am with Enhanced Therapies and Blue Sky Therapy, speech pathologist by background, and have been a member of NARA on the board for in one way or another for about the past 5-6 years. So it's a great resource for everybody. NARA being an organization that's very much a collaborative organization, so that's why we felt it was important to bring this program to you. I'll let the other ones introduce themselves. Kathleen, you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, hi everyone. I'm Kathleen Dwyer. I'm an occupational therapist, and I work for Legacy Healthcare Services. I serve as the Vice President of Compliance, and I'm so excited to be here today. Great to see all of your faces. So thanks for being on camera, and excited to kick off this program with you.
Keely, you want to go next?
Yeah, I am Keely Kent. Just like Kathleen, I also do compliance and clinical for Continuum Therapy Partners. I'm really passionate about this program. I think it's something really awesome in the industry and something that we need, because we need to do more advocacy, and you guys are going to be the next batch of ways that we can bring this to a bunch of different levels. So I'm just excited to be here and work with everyone.
Thank you. And Kelly, our esteemed NARA leader.
My mute and unmute button are not happy today. Hi, I'm Kelly Cooney. I'm NARA's current president, and happy to be here as well. I work with Independence Rehab doing clinical support and compliance, and just pleased to be part of this group and to meet all of you today.
Beth is not here today. She is actually enjoying herself in Colorado, but she is a very valuable member of our advocacy team, our PAC team. She does a lot of meetings with our legislators and things like that, so you'll get to hear from her. She is also with Independence Rehab. And then Linda, she's in her car, but I think she's available. Maybe not.
I'm having problems as well because it's so hot in the car where I am. My phone is overheating and shutting off. But I'm so excited to be working and meeting with all of you guys.
Thank you, Linda. She is with therapy management.
I'm with transitional care management.
Yes, transitional care management. So here is all of our contact information. We will be assigning you to mentors later in the call today, but please keep this as a reference. If you need to reach out for anything, we're available via our email or our cell phones. So those are your program leaders and your mentors for this program. Next, I'd like to talk a little bit about the purpose of the program and what you can expect to get from this program. Advocacy really does lie at the heart of NARA, and we have a steadfast commitment to empower our members and their employees with the skills and confidence needed for effective advocacy. So we wanted to provide a comprehensive knowledge of effective advocacy strategies that not only you can use, but you can take back to your companies, share with your leaders and your frontline staff, and spread the word about advocacy. And as our voices grow, the stronger we get. We want to be able to provide an in-depth education of legislative and regulatory policy making, and guidance on effective engagement with our policymakers. There's a lot when you go to the Hill. If you haven't been there, you'll meet a lot of different types of legislators as far as personality, interest, those kinds of things. So we want to help give you some tips and some strategies for your meetings. And also we want to provide guidance and understanding of the key advocacy topics. You may hear of advocacy topics from maybe one of our sister organizations, but it may not be a specific topic that NARA is supporting because we're looking at a broader picture maybe of advocacy. So we want to make sure that you have in-depth knowledge and understanding and can be able to really talk about the key advocacy topics in a knowledgeable way. So we're hoping those will be the takeaways, but really there's additional benefits to this program. You're going to get resources that will help you build an advocacy toolkit that you can use for your own personal advocacy or take and share with your employees, your teammates, your coworkers. There'll be opportunities to grow your network, your professional network, and interact with professionals that have a passion for advocacy. Each one of you will have a personal mentor that's available to provide additional support and insight and answer questions that you may have. Also, we'll be providing guidance on establishing yourself within your organization as a resource for advocacy initiatives. Another benefit we really want to talk a lot about is enhanced communication techniques to engage your audience. As I said, you'll run into different types of legislators, different types of people within the offices and how you communicate with them. These are skills that you can transition into your everyday work environment. We also want to make sure that you have some techniques and strategies to enhance your social media presence as it relates to advocacy. The more we can get out there, the more involvement we can get. And our whole goal is to not just have advocacy being initiated through a handful of people, but that it runs throughout your organization from, like I said, the frontline staff clear up to your upper management, and everybody has a sense of purpose and understands why we're promoting advocacy. And you'll be able to do that through this program. We also want to provide an increased working knowledge of NARA initiatives. It's a very collaborative association, so we want you to feel comfortable and understand its goals and the ways to support the organization through its advocacy efforts. So there's a lot of benefits to the program. There's very much, those specific advocacy ones, but we also want to give you skills that you can transition into your everyday work life. So I'm going to turn it over now for the program requirements to Kelly.
Hey there, and I'm sorry my picture is not synced with my voice, but I was having a little, as you may have noticed, having a little problems with the connection. So hopefully you all can hear me well. NARA is really looking to engage each one of you in this program, but with it comes some expectations. So you're probably wondering what kind of commitment have I made? What do I need to do? We're going to go through a calendar in a little bit, but basically the asks of you are that when you get your tasks or you are invited to webinars, that you attend. And then along with that, you're going to be building your own personal advocacy plan. You're going to attend those recorded and live webinars. There will be group discussions and some follow-up assignments. Nothing too major. We understand you all have full-time jobs and you're doing this as part of personal development and professional development. And so we don't want you to think that you're having to spend hours and hours on this. One of the big things we want you to do is you're going to be assigned your mentor today, and we want to make sure that you initiate and maintain interactions with your mentors. Many of us on the call are your mentors, and we've committed. But part of this is, you also being the one that's reaching out, making contact, and making sure that you're connected with that mentor. So much of what we're going to be talking about throughout this year is getting confident about reaching out, right, and connecting with people. And so here's your first step. Utilizing the MedBridge learning system. So a lot of what we're going to be doing is tracking progress in MedBridge. And it is just a platform that allows Christy to then be able to get back to this team here and say, this person has completed the process. We're also going to be expecting you to attend the spring conference in Washington, D.C. in 2025. And this is really the culmination of the program and is going to allow you to use all the skills that we've been working on and do some Hill visits and participate in providing feedback to the folks that make decisions on our behalf. You're going to be participating in a minimum of one legislative meeting, either in DC or in your home state. And you're going to, at the end, be letting us know how we did. As Lisa shared, this is our first, and you're our inaugural class. We're very excited about this, but we want to just continue to build on what we, anticipate as a successful year, take feedback from all of you about how we can do better. And certainly at any time throughout the program, if you have suggestions, please let us know.
Okay, I think Keely's next. She's going to go through the calendar of events.
Yeah, I am a planner, and I think that one of the most important things to success for this is for you guys to be able to plan as well, right? You have enough things to do. We all have work lives and family lives and things, but we all want to grow and develop. So what we want to do is just be very upfront with our calendar of events. And we wanted to give you guys a nice mixture of self-study material to kind of have done at the end of the month, but then your mentors, but also kind of some live webinars. And we understand not everyone's going to make those webinars. So we want you guys to feel like you have the opportunity to stay up to date with everything and be on the same path with everyone. So we will have some self-paced modules, like we said. After those modules, kind of the expectation is that you kind of give some feedback, right? Here's, just to say like, I'm participating. Here's some things I learned. Here's my questions, so we can kind of get back to the group to say like, I watched that, great. It was way over my head. Or I watched that and it was way too easy, right? We need to work on that for the next time. Or I watched that and I had no idea that was even a thing. And I'll give you guys a great example of why I want to do some of these webinars. My very first in-person fly-in, I walked into a senator's office with all my asks, and my asks were big and beautiful. And I was like, and I need you to co-sponsor HR bill, this and that. And they were like, we can't co-sponsor an HR bill. We're the Senate. And I was like, oh, duh. Oh my gosh, I'm so stupid. Right. But like, I was just naive and like eager to get in there and happy to make a change. And I made myself look like a fool. So we're giving you guys these webinars so that you can learn from the mistakes that I made and that others have made, and that you feel more confident. So the purpose of the schedule is that you guys know exactly what to look forward to. We are not going to make it easy and put everything into your bank on day one so that you can just fly through it. We want this to be a really thoughtful process. So everything will be in MedBridge. If it is assigned for August, you will get it, on a specific date in August, and then have the rest of the month to go through that. I think is the schedule on the next page, Christy? Yes. So very specific. Today's our program, welcome. Our next thing will be, due by the end of the month. It's going to be in MedBridge for you guys to connect. You also need to connect with your mentor and then identify 2 advocacy areas you'd like to know more about. So we tried to give you the exact thing that you're going to do, when the assignments due, and then what the expectation is for you guys. So that way you're not like, why did I watch this? What am I supposed to do? So your calendar events will be sent to you so you guys know everything to look forward to doing. We tried to make this program so it made sense in regards to what's the basics of the legislative project. We're gonna work through, how's a bill become a law in like a fun way, right? Kind of like that old, School of Rock song. But then next thing we're gonna do is talk about advocacy and developing advocacy skills. I can sit in a room and spitball with somebody and talk stories, but my friend down the street might not be comfortable with that. So how can we develop and make sure everybody feels confident in a room? Because you are the experts. You are on the floor every day. You're working with patients. You're working in clinics. You're working in the healthcare field. How can we help you take those skills and put them in advocacy? We're also going to review healthcare policy and advocacy, because we have a very specific role in what we do, right? Advocacy can be so big, but we want to direct that towards healthcare. I'm going to go to the next one, Christy. We're going to talk about what does advocacy look like in therapy, right? How can we take that back to our therapists? We all know there's different avenues that therapists like to take to, talk about other things, but how can we take them talking about other things and get them to talk about the things that are important to the government, right? What can we do to kind of support that? In December, we're going to schedule one-on-ones with just mentors and just talk about advocacy in different levels and how we can implement a plan that we're going to do later on in the program. January, because we know January and December times are pretty busy. It's going to be self-paced. It's going to be a personal advocacy plan where you're going to make the plan and kind of share it with us, and potentially like write that up to maybe share with your company or share with, whoever you'd like to share with. So that way you feel like you're leaving the program with something to do, right? Not just that you had the program and went from there. In February, we're going to talk about preparing for true Hill visits. And we're going to actually, as a group, write what our talking points are going to be for the Hill visits. So you guys are going to be part of that, like the mainstream, like what goes into, our initial visits with the Hill. And I think when you write the material, sometimes it's easier to talk about the material because you played a part in it. And then in March, we're going to talk about some role playing. So we're going to practice. We're going to, pretend like we're the people that you're going to sit in front of, and we're going to ask the same questions that they ask, or we'll show you how we would do a Hill visit. And then in April, we'll have another webinar about the Hill visits. And then we are going to do actual Hill visits. And then from there, we'll kind of wrap up the program all together at our Hill visits and have a graduation in June. I don't know who's next. So
It's me. I was on mute. It's so my dog was barking, so I apologize. But as you can see, we have a pretty jam-packed agenda. And again, if if you're running into any issues or any problems, please reach out. We're going to try to keep it as simple as possible with the calendar invites and everything being on MedBridge, so you know exactly what to anticipate and what you need to do. So we're looking forward to kicking off the calendar. But for the mentor assignments, we divided everybody up since it's such a big class of participants, and we're so happy to have you all. We wanted to divide up a little bit. So under Keely, we're going to have Heather, Joette, and Karen. And under Kathleen, we have Jordan, Stephen, Beth, and Carrie. And then under Beth, who's not here, we have Amy, Kate, and Julie. And then Linda will have Shannon, Stephanie, Matt, and April. Kelly will have Julie, Nancy, and Aaron. And then I will have Jean, Allison, and Steve. So those will be your dedicated mentors. Again, you can reach out to anybody if you have questions, or and if it's technical kinds of things, Christy Sheets, who is recording and sends out all the invites and those types of things, is your person for technical information for MedBridge, those kinds of things. So those are your mentors. So we wanted to make sure you had that as you were leaving. But what we'd like to do now is really get to know you guys. So we'd like to take some time to meet you guys, hear a little bit about you, what you do on a daily basis, what you're kind of interested in from an advocacy standpoint. So I'll just kind of go down the list, so since there's so many of us, and we'll start with Heather. So Heather, if you want to tell us a little bit about yourself, you can.
I'm Heather Pasak. I work for Powerback Rehab. I'm a speech language pathologist by trade. I live in Ohio, so I live in the same state as my mentor does. And on my position, I'm not sure if I said that, my position is Senior Director of Regulatory Administration. I handle most of the outpatient stuff, that we do have some SNF business.
Great. All right. Thank you, Heather. Joette?
Hey, everyone. I'm Joette Springle. I work with Legacy Healthcare Services. I'm excited to be a part of this group. I am actually a non-clinician. I am Vice President of Marketing with Legacy Healthcare Services.
Awesome.
And I'm really excited to be a part of this because I oversee our communications, both internally and externally, as well as our social media. And Legacy, of course, want to be supportive of not only our seniors, but our industry as a whole. So I'm really excited to learn from this group. So looking forward to it.
Sounds like, Joette, we're all going to tag you for part of our advocacy plan.
Yeah.
Since you said marketing.
Yeah. Karen?
Hi, my name's Karen, and I'm an occupational therapist and an appeals senior specialist with Legacy Healthcare Services. I'm really, really excited to be here. I'm looking forward to learning more about how to be an effective advocate. I work really hard to advocate for our profession and for the reimbursement for services as an appeals specialist. So I'm excited to learn more about this advocacy efforts. Thanks.
Hey, how about Jordan? Oh, I think Jordan's not on. So we'll go down to Stephen.
My name is Stephen Moffat. I work with Intermountain Health. I'm a physical therapist by trade, and my current role is outpatient director over our enterprise orthopedics. I'm excited for this to learn from each of you, but also to develop some skills with advocating for rehab services across the continuum, from insurance to, with physicians, with health systems, et cetera. So looking forward to learning from this great group.
Thank you. Okay, how about Beth? Is Beth Hunt
Hi,
on?
sorry. It looks
okay.
weird that I'm like on my phone and on the camera, but it's the same meeting. So I'm sorry about that. But Beth Hunt, physical therapist with Intermountain Health. And I work, I want to say a jack of all trades. But most of my focus has been in acute care and lymphedema and with speech language pathologists, with NOMS, and just wherever I'm needed as a internal process control coordinator. So really focused on evidence and best practice, but as well as compliance and regulatory items across the continuum. And I'm most looking forward to just advocacy strategies as well as engaging with policymakers.
Awesome. Okay, Carrie.
Hello, everybody. I'm Carrie McKeo. I am a speech therapist by background. I am a regional manager for Ovation Rehab, which is located in Michigan. I oversee 12 skilled nursing facilities in the state. Super excited about this opportunity. This is like, when we say like brand new into the advocacy world, that's me. When this was first introduced to me, I was like, it says expert. Like, do I need to be an expert? Because I am not. So I'm super.
Will be.
You will be, yeah.
Yep.
Here. Great.
Great. All right. How about Amy?
29, try 88 West.
Hi.
Oh, somebody.
I'm Amy McDermott, and I'm the Vice President of Medical Review and Compliance at Empower Me Wellness. I'm a speech therapist by background. I live just outside Denver, Colorado. And I think I'm probably most excited about not only meeting new people and having really engaging conversations, but really interested in advocating for our professions and for patient outcomes.
Awesome. How about Cade? Is Cade on? Cade?
He's there. I think he's frozen now.
Oh, okay.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Yes, yes.
Sorry, I was just saying.
Whoop. I think we lost him.
Okay, we can come back. So how about Julia?
Hi, everyone. I'm Julia Beckley. I'm an occupational therapist. In my current role, I'm the VP of Clinical Quality and Support for Empower Me Wellness. And I'm also very new to advocacy. So Empower Me, we've been in startup mode and really focused on developing our clinical model. And now I feel like for me, it's time to take the next step and really help understand advocacy and help develop our corporate, or really help our executive leaders within our organization understand the importance of advocacy and play a big role in developing that for our organization. So excited to be here.
Oh, great. I think Cade might be back. Looks.
Yes, I'm back. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Sorry about the internet connection. I'm Cade with Focus on Function and Functional Rehab, and I work in the QA and Medical Records Department. And different leaders for our company have been associated with NARA for a long time now. And so I'm excited to be the next one to step up and be in the inaugural advocacy program.
Awesome. All right. Next up is Shannon.
Hello, everybody. I'm Shannon Leem. I am also a speech therapist by license. I work for Aegis Therapies. I'm a national clinical director. I mainly support home health, so I'm kind of in an interesting niche there. Being a unicorn speech therapist in home health, there's you know, if we get too many of us together in a room, we can crack the planet. That's sort of my thoughts because of the vortex we'll create because there's so few of us. I've been with Aegis 29 years, actually. And Aegis is not new to advocacy and being very progressive with its grassroots efforts. So I'm going to be following in footsteps of those who have come before me, who are wizened in the ways of how to do this. So I hope to have new and different ways potentially, or augment what's already happening within Aegis Therapies, and then take the mantle and continue. Can't have too many advocates within the company. So that's
for sure.
That's my thought.
Absolutely. How about Stephanie?
I am Stephanie Weiss. I work for NetHealth. So I am a certified occupational therapy assistant, and I'm also certified in healthcare compliance. So I love compliance. That is my background. So I have worked in the practice realm of being a director of compliance. But what I am really looking forward to is being able to relate advocacy I work in the implementations program and training. So I am a direct bill specialist. So I actually train our direct bill product. And so what I get to do is actually help our clients actually learn the products that we in our therapy world use. So I find a lot of times we get newer PTs or people that are wanting to go out on their own, and they don't know a lot about the world when it comes to therapy. So I find a lot of times I'm teaching them sometimes about therapy. And so I've actually told them about NARA several times.
Awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah, I'll say, have you heard of this? Or, hey, you should really go on this website because you'll learn a lot and that kind of thing, because they don't know the wilds of the world. They are a lot of times just someone who thinks, oh, I want to go start my own clinic, or I want to start my own business, and they don't understand. So it's really my ability to help them understand. And then it's my team as well, because sometimes us as trainers don't have, or my team as trainers don't have the background in therapy. So it's my ability to help influence them and help them be better trainers and help be a better team for our clients. So that's really what I'm excited about, is being an advocate within the team and then just learning and influencing in that way. And I know Linda really well. I love Linda. I love Linda.
That's
and
great.
I know Christy too. So, but yeah, I'm really excited. Sorry, my cat is right here. Yeah, I'm really excited to get to meet all of you. I am a people person, so just really in general, figuring out how to be a better advocate and figure out how to just influence better. So, yeah, I look forward to it. So.
Well, good, great, welcome. Matt, how about Matt?
Yeah, hey there.
Hey.
I'm Matt Matlock. I'm a physical therapist by background. I work with Restore Therapy. In my current role, I'm a regional director of clinical services. So I provide clinical support to our teams in Alabama as well as parts of Florida, primarily in the skilled nursing market, as well as some home health. I'm sorry, not home health, outpatient. And I'm most excited about this program just in terms of gaining confidence in speaking with legislators to advocate for our services so that we can deliver the best care to those we serve.
Great. April.
Yes, I'm April Johnson. My background, my whole career has been in medical. I'm not a clinician at all. I have a business background. I've worked within the orthopedic field and interventional pain management. For 2 years, I worked in skilled nursing in 15 and 16 and part of 17. And in the last 2 years, I have been the CEO of Continuum Rehab Therapy. And I have to recognize Keely for introducing us to this fabulous resource. I love the collective knowledge that has been shared on all the other calls that I've participated in. They've become a priority for me, and I'm excited about our efforts to speak on behalf of our teams who all day, every day give their heart and soul to provide wonderful care and therapy for an aging population, and just to be able to speak on their behalf. And I want to be a good advocate for them where they're not able to, so that they can better be empowered to do what they do best, which is care for these wonderful individuals. And I'm just excited to learn how to best advocate for them.
Great, thank you. How about Julie? Is Julie on?
Julie is not on, Lisa.
Okay, then we'll move to Nancy.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for the opportunity and appreciate how organized you all are and have everything laid out. That's super helpful, and appreciate the background work on that. I'm an occupational therapist, live in Connecticut, and work for Hartford Healthcare Rehab Network. My role is a regional director of rehab, and I have the opportunity to support pretty much some different areas of care: acute hospitals, outpatient centers, skilled nursing facilities, and a wellness program team. And the reason why I'm so interested in this is I feel like there's power in numbers, right? So if we have this whole group working together, and then all the connections that we have, feel like we really can make a huge difference. And so appreciate being part of that partnership and learning from each other, as well as the opportunities I've had to do advocacy in the past have made a significant difference. It was eye-opening to realize that people are voting on bills that they don't have knowledge about. And so for us to be able to provide that knowledge is a great partnership, and we owe them that as well. So thank you.
Thank you. How about Erin?
Hello, everybody. My name's Erin Healer. I am an OT by background. My role right now is VP of Operations at Hartford Healthcare Rehab Network. So work closely with Nancy. Just excited to be here. I oversee pretty much all settings across the state of Connecticut. So, lots of information and lots of opportunity to advocate for sure. I am fascinated by Washington, D.C. and policymakers and how it all happens. And so when I saw this come through, I was very excited to join the group. So I'm really excited and looking forward to all the things we can learn.
Great. And Jean?
Hi, everyone. I'm Jean Facto. I'm an OT. I live in Ohio. My current role, I'm a senior director on our clinical services team at Sequoia Care. We support skilled nursing, home health, and outpatient divisions. My primary functions, I guess we wear a lot of hats in this department, but primarily regulatory compliance, clinical reimbursement, clinical programming. I work really closely with Allison, who you'll get to meet next, on clinical education and programming for our company. So I also am very interested in taking this program and sharing the knowledge with our employees and also peers. I had the great experience of doing Hill visits with Kathleen and Keely about, I think it was 2 years ago now. And wow, it was such a cool experience. Went in totally blind, didn't know what I was doing. But when I left there, I was like, okay, I'm ready to do some more visits. Who else do we need to meet? So I want to, learn how others can, participate in advocacy, get excited about it, excited to connect with all of you. So thanks for this opportunity.
Thank you. Great. How about Allison?
Lisa, she had to jump.
Oh, okay.
She'll be right back, but she needed
Okay. Well, we'll go to Steve and then circle back to Allison.
Hey, everybody. My name is Steve Class, and I am a speech therapist by background. I currently work for Presbyterian Homes and Services out of Minneapolis area. I've been there for about 10 years. And I'm the rehab manager for a pretty large continuum. We have a 40-bed TCU. We have about 40 long-term care beds. We have assisted living, memory care, and independent living. So I'm just really excited to see how I can, learn from all of you and what I can take back to kind of help support and kind of go to bat for all of our residents, and then also therapists and families too, and just see what I can bring back and just give back to everyone and be a good advocate. So excited to learn.
Good, great.
Yeah.
Did Allison make it back? Okay, Allison, you're up.
Sorry, I had to jump
That's
off.
okay.
I had to sign for a package and it was like the worst timing ever.
Never fails.
So, right? As Jean said, I work with her over at Sequoia Care. I'm a PT, Assistant Director of Clinical Services. So I do a lot of program development. I do some regulatory things in education. I don't have a lot of experience with advocacy. So I feel like when Keely was telling her story, I felt like I could completely relate to that. I feel like that is something I would absolutely do. So I think it's this is a great opportunity to allow me to strengthen myself as an advocate, bring it back to our company, and try to continue to promote growth and understanding, and kind of again tie the political piece with the clinical piece and the business piece. There's so much that we can, I think, marry together, and they all do work together. And I think we forget, or we isolate and don't try to pull that together. So I think this program is huge, and I'm super excited to be part of it. So thank you, guys.
Great. We're so excited to have you all. I mean, what a great group. We've got all disciplines represented, all different types of experiences. And so what we're really hoping is that you'll be open and share and ask questions, and we can make this a very much a collaborative effort on everybody's part. So we're very much excited to have you. Before we let you go for the day, is there any questions, anything you need clarification on? Any of the mentors have anything they want to add before we?
Yeah, real quick, Lisa, before we go that way, I thought we wanted to bring up LinkedIn. So if you guys don't have a LinkedIn presence, now's the time. We're really going to use it during this program to reach out and connect with people and networking. This is a suggestion, right? We're not forcing, any kind of social media on you, but we do find it's a good way to follow some representatives, some people that are on there, share posts and do some advocacy. So I know we have a lot of people from Ohio, and we're going to be bugging people like in real time in Ohio. But I think until then, connecting on LinkedIn is a great way for all of us to connect and kind of see what's happening out there.
Yeah, even, just reaching out to the mentors to, for a connection, and then sharing NARA, making sure that NARA is part of your LinkedIn and that you can share the things that are posted on NARA. And it's on your calendar as a reminder. So as one of the activities that you'll be completing. And just kind of some housekeeping. Christy, you want to let them know when to expect the stuff to come to them?
Yep. So we will be finalizing your MedBridge accounts. Most of you have MedBridge accounts through NARA. If you don't have a MedBridge account through NARA, we will set one up for you. If you do not have one through NARA, but you have one through your company, email me, because then you will not get the invite from me, because the MedBridge does not like two different accounts. So I think most of you already have accounts with NARA. So I will be assigning you, once I get this one done with the recording, I'll do some editing, and then I will assign this to you as well. And then you will get this via PDF, and then we will assign you the second module that you saw on the calendar. And then we'll assign them to you, but you will receive a notification of those. All of them will have due dates on them, which will be the last day of every month. And you can pace yourself through them. We may not do, so some of our webinars may be, or some of the sessions may be like an hour long that are self-paced, but we may break them up so that you'll only have maybe like a 15-minute module and then another 15-minute module, because we know that you have a long day, and you may only be able to do 15 minutes at a time. So what we're going to try and do is to make this as a convenient program as possible, by breaking up those modules into sections so that you can digest that information. But then you can also go back to each of those individual sections, especially as you're working through your personal advocacy plan. You may want to go back and revisit modules. And so you will have that opportunity to be able to do that by going back and accessing certain modules, certain sections of those modules, and even the live webinars. We will also be recording those, and we will put those in to your MedBridge account as well, so that you have access to those at all times.
All right. Well, thank you all for attending. We really appreciate your interest, and we're looking forward to spending a great year with everybody, and all of us learning and sharing about advocacy. So thank you very much.